Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're directing to the 10th episode of Symphogear G. This one's titled Countdown to Loss. I mean, that's optimistic, is it not? That's really goddamn optimistic. Symphogear cliffhanger's really starting to get in. We're starting to get into the real meat of what's going on with Ver's plans and everything. We still... Here's the thing with Ver's plan, right? It's Ver's plan. Realistically. Yes, they're all working along with it, but he's really just, influencing all of them. He's got Miku under his thumb, essentially. Well, at least he's given her Symphogear power, which I'm sure he's intending to use. Part of me's worried that maybe they're going to try and force Miku to use her Superb Song to give enough energy to remove the seal on the frontier and then do whatever it is with the frontier. I still don't know what it is. My theory from last time was that the thing on the map kind of looked like a UFO type thing, so I don't know if it's a thing, and they say rise to the sky. It sounds like it's a ship of sorts. I don't know if it necessarily will be, though. But we know we've got 10 years until the moon hits the Earth. I'm sure our current Symphogear users are probably going to put a stop to that when we get to the end of the season, but that gives them time to escape. And the only other thing I can think of is that with the moon crashing down, Casa Bilal is removed, and now if we're rising up into the sky, in theory, up into the sky would be God. We have the means to communicate, and we have the means to get to God. But that's very much in line with what Fine would be thinking at that point. And so far, Fine has been extremely absent from any influence so far. The only thing Fine has done at this point is protect herself, essentially. That's the only thing Fine's managed to do. Now, whether that is because Fine recognizes the agreements they kind of came to at the end of Season 1 or not with Hibiki, I don't know. Or if Fine's just biding her time, waiting for everything to fall into place, since people are already furthering her goals without her needing to intervene. Maybe she's just keeping low profile. I don't know. What'd be really cool is if she ended up actually teaming up with us. I don't think that's likely. I feel like they'll try and keep her as a permanent antagonist, because you have the perfect permanent antagonist. She will always come back as long as Symphogear technology is researched, and it will forever be researched. That's just a fact. People will be privy to that fucking waveform that will awaken her in people. So she's always going to be coming back. You can't get rid of her unless you just stop all Symphogear entirely, which we can't because, well, we've got to defend the world against the noise, because that's still happening. Unless we figure out the source of the noise, that's the only other way we can really go about it, but I don't know if it's really that easy to do as well. But yeah, so I'm curious to see where Fine slots into this, if at all. It's very possible that Fine is just a passive observer in all this, and it really never was about Fine. Because, I mean, that's been the deception, right? That Maria was Fine this entire time, but no, she wasn't. That was just an act to get Ver's cooperation. Interesting that Ver... Well, then that relates to Ver's motivations, because if knowing that Fine was there was part of the reason why he went along with it, then that must mean he must side with Fine's ambitions. Maybe he's just read up a lot on this and is a sympathizer to Fine's cause, maybe, or maybe he desires to communicate with God and get that sort of level of power. I don't know what Ver's true intentions are. He's crazy. I'm sure he has a thought process to where he wants to end up, but I don't know where that is. He's not interested in saving the human race, I don't think. He has no real connection to the human race as far as we can tell. He's just in it for himself, mostly. But yeah, this is all happening because of an attack on an aircraft carrier. I don't know if they said... Did they say why we attacked this aircraft carrier in the first place? I can't remember why we're attacking the aircraft carrier. Anyway, Shirabe doesn't want Maria to suffer, and so she decides to fight against the noise, but Ver convinces Kirika to stop Shirabe with some anti-linker, which is not technically new, because as people correctly pointed out, we have dealt with anti-linker before. That was the red gas thing that happened when we were raiding the hospital. So that's come full circle. We now know it was anti-linker, and there was a nice little callback there. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like, considering I was quite heavy on the red gas back when it happened, it just completely skipped my mind. To be fair, it's been a while. Like, it has been essentially nearly 2 months since then, so I feel like I'm somewhat justified in forgetting it. If I was binging this show, I absolutely would have probably caught on to that, but yeah. It's been too long. And yeah, then we have Miku descend as a Symphogear user, almost certainly going to use her activation and her channeling of her song and everything that's going on with the Symphogear. Almost certainly going to be using that to power her up, ready for removing the seal on the frontier. Almost certainly. That's the only reason I feel like there would even bother to make a Symphogear user out of her, because that's the only way you can give that relic more power, in theory, is to attach someone to it. And it's going to be a problem now, because Miku is the thing that was keeping Hibiki in check, or it was meant to be keeping Hibiki in check. You can't really keep Hibiki in check, let's be honest. Miku was your best chance, and 80% of the time it might work, but now that she's gone, this is going to make Hibiki want to fight more, if anything. As soon as Hibiki sees Miku in Symphogear, she's going to be like freaking out, and she's going to want to stop Miku herself. Question is whether the others can hold on, because we're still battling the noise and all of this. It's Chris that's there right now. Is Tsubasa there as well? I think Tsubasa's there as well. I think they both arrived, did they not? Yeah, they both arrived. So we have Kirika. Yeah, Tsubasa's holding on to Kirika. Chris is fighting the noise, if I remember correctly. So it's probably going to be Chris versus Miku. Oh, will Miku fight against Chris? Would Miku willingly fight against Chris? I guess it depends on if there's like full-on brainwashing her or not. I guess we'll see. I'm just trying to remember the last time. I can't remember if it was this show or another show where I said like she had the typical anime dead eyes of like someone who's being mind-controlled, brainwashed. Can't remember if it was this show I mentioned that or not. I think we got a brief look at Miku at the very end of the episode, and I think I might have said that. My memory's terrible if you haven't already figured it out. But thank you to, who was it? As a QB? Do I pronounce your name QB or QBE? I'm going to call you QB, because that sounds kind of cuter in a way. I don't know why. But yes, for linking Miku's transformation sequence, because we didn't actually get a full-on transformation sequence here. And, well, that's kind of cool. Like, I like the full-on transformation sequences of the season. I'm sure they're only going to get better, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people have said about this series is that whilst the visual quality from 1 to 2 is a very noticeable jump, it becomes less apparent in future seasons, but the transformations do get better and like get really kind of cool. So I'm excited for future transformations as well. But I have seen the transformation, very cool looking. It's not too dissimilar from other transformation sequences, so I don't know. I didn't really feel like there was enough worth of reacting to it, so I didn't. But it's really kind of cool, so thank you for that. And yeah, I wonder if this means, well, it depends on whether the relic gets destroyed in removing the frontier, removing the seal on the frontier, whether Miku stays a Symphogear user even after all this time. I mean, if she does, I mean, she might as well help with Hibiki, I suppose, and fight with Hibiki. That would keep her in check more than anything, fighting alongside Hibiki, rather than telling her to not fight, because you can't tell Hibiki not to fight. So having someone to fight alongside like that would probably be the best case scenario? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm ready for another cliffhanger because we're at that point of Symphogear, so I'm going to load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Symphogear here. We also have movie reactions. This weekend should hopefully be Princess Principal Crown Handler, if I can get a proper version of that. And then on either the 19th or the 26th, we'll be doing the Patreon-requested I Want to Eat Your Pancreas movie, which won the poll from the June movies poll that we did. It'll be another poll first week of next month, so look forward to that as well. But here on YouTube, we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I'll count down 3 to 1 play. Then on play, start your episode, I start your episode, and we should be in sync. We're watching this one on Anime Pahi, since this is the one that has the D-Track sub version, and I assume I'll be watching that for pretty much the rest of Symphogear, all the way through to Season 5. You can watch this on Crunchyroll. There is a Crunchyroll version available. It will be different subtitles, obviously, because that's the Crunchyroll subtitles versus these ones, which are the D-Track ones. I think the D-Track ones are overall better, just for color coding and certain translations and stuff, like superb songs and stuff like that. But you can watch it on YouTube and on YouTube. You probably can watch this on YouTube actually if you're in certain locations. I think some of Southeast Asia gets like some of these types of shows on YouTube, which is kind of cool actually. Very good idea actually. But yeah, you can watch this on Crunchyroll as well, and it will just be the subtitles a little different. So if I react to a line that's not on your version, you kind of get the idea. No logos or anything to start, which is straight into the episode. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning as well. That should help you sync it up. And with all that said, lengthy intro, but it's simple here. Let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Transformation. God damn it, Miku. And yeah, she absolutely has Zesshou Jing. You can hear it in the song. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. Dead eyes. OP time. Not wasting much time. I think I've only just realised this, by the way. But obviously there are 6 pendants there for all the Symphogears. One of them shattered, is it not? Is that meant to be referencing to, oh, what's her face? In Maria's backstory. I forget her name. I assume that's meant to be referring to her. Or it could be referring to Hibiki and how she's falling apart. I guess that has a double meaning in a way. There you go, you can see hers now in the OP as well, god damn it. Alright, here we go. Countdown to the fall. Oh, of course it is. God, trying to be a normal person is creepy. Oh, God. Yeah, the entire school has potential. Hence why they're sad with the school. God damn it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh boy. God, this is creepy. Oh boy. Hmm. She is already aware. What, you think they haven't already? This is what pushed it over the line? Like, come on. Oh boy. It's a very cool design. No. Yeah. You have to let her fight alone for now. Oh, of course you did. Yeah, explain the dead look in the eyes. Good boy. Soldier's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Unleashing everything. Yeah. The fight is very much going against her, but oh boy. Shang. What was that? Shangguang? I think that's it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. My memories of us are so distant. Liu Xing? Liu Xing? I don't actually know how to pronounce that. Jesus Christ. This is fucking awesome. Sure about that? Mm-hmm. There we go. Up we go. We're 9 minutes in. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know that he cares, but. It always comes back to the cane. Whoa. We need to figure out a general purpose bullet that armies can use. We need to figure that out. Yeah. Very nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 8. Is this Division 2? Okay, Chris handle noise. Mm-hmm. God, that carrier is fucked. Hey! How? This dude. What was that? Alright, fight back on. Okay. How? I want to know. God, he's such a fucking badass. Oh boy. Oh boy. Holy shit. Holy shit, rocket assisted guillotine much? Well, I can't read that. The slashing, or the slash or something. 1000 tears, okay. Because no one knows about Fino. Oh. Relic Slayer. That's gonna go against the seal. She wants to fight. She wants to fight. Hmm. Yep. Yep. Still dying. Do you? Do you, though? Ugh. Ugh. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. Can we reason with her here, though? Well, possibly. Yeah, no. As long as humans exist, there will be fighting. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Oh, we still got plenty of time in the episode as well. Is this a different song they're using for the transformation? It sounds a little different. Phase B. We've got 2 minutes until what? What happens in 2 minute 40? I guess. I guess probably not good. Yeah. Hmm. And reflect the beam back at her. Well, yeah. I'll come back alive if it kills me. Well. Uh, okay. They're behind her. Okay. Music's hyper shit. Yep. Oh boy. It's another ship gone. What are they doing here? Reflecting. Okay. Oh, it's creepy on the back of the head like that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. She's fighting against it. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking cool as shit shot. Oh, that's cool. If it erases relics, would it help Hibiki as well? The beam still got through, though. Is it enough to unseal it? You know, I think they might have done it. I think it worked. In every sense, I think it has. Where's Mum? Where's Mum? I guess she's probably just resting, but... Oh boy. Cliffhanger. That's fucking awesome. This show knows how to make things just that little bit more epic every time. But if that beam erases relics, as they say, will that help Hibiki with hers that's embedded in her? And does this mean the Zesshou Jing that they have has been effectively destroyed? What about the fragments of Gungnir then? Like, is it a permanent, or is it just like a temporary dispel type deal? Hmm. God, that was good. Fucking brilliant episode. I guess next episode we actually finally see the frontier then. What will come rising from the ocean, I wonder? Alright, we have an after credits here. Maybe we'll get to see a bit of the frontier now. It stopped. Oh shit, here it comes. What the fuck? The fuck is that? Oh. It's almost like a... The fuck would you even call that? Wait, what? Was that Chris? What? 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 Why? Why would you do that? What? Fuck you. Why? Why would you do that? Of all... You had a perfectly good cliffhanger. Why do that? Okay. Okay, let's think here for a second. Let's think. Why on earth would Chris suddenly shoot Tsubasa like this? Okay, the Frontier Rising Up looks cool as shit. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool as shit. Almost looks like a, oh... I can't think of the word that describes how it looks to me. It looks like... I feel like I've seen this in, like, Genshin. This feels like one of the Genshin, like... Not sundials, but, like, one of the, like... There was a quest about these in Genshin at one point. They're, like, pointing in a certain direction or whatever. But I don't know what to necessarily call them. They look very, very interesting, though. Almost looks like a focus of some sort. Or like a place of worship, maybe. Very weird looking thing. So, yeah, Chris... Now, here's the interesting thing. Chris does not have dead eyes in this one. She's very much aware of what she's doing in this instance. Her eyes are not dead at all, like we saw with Miku's when she was being controlled by Ver and Zesshou Jing. So, this is of her own accord, I guess. Just randomly out of nowhere, huh? Why? Why? This does not track at all as to why she would even think to do that. What? Why? Why? Think of one reason why Chris would even think to do that. I'm assuming this is implying that Chris is suddenly turning traitor? That's the only reason she'd shoot Tsubasa right now. Is if she's suddenly, like, not on her side, but why? Why would she not be on our side anymore? I've got a feeling Ver might have been playing some tricks with this. If in doubt, blame Ver seems a fairly easy assumption. So I'm going to assume Ver probably has got to her in some way. Someone has got to her and is either threatening her or convinced her that maybe this is the best. It's probably relating to Solomon's Cane, because that's her main burden that she's carried through for pretty much the entirety of her time with us in this series. She feels personal responsibility for the fact that Solomon's Cane is still being used as such. So the fact that she would willingly go and side with the ones that are using it seems odd. Maybe she's just trying to appease them so that they don't use it anymore? Or just, if this plan succeeds and like the idea of a world without fighting, maybe she's subscribed to that idea? If she subscribes to that idea, then maybe she believes that Solomon's Cane would no longer have use. Maybe she's going rogue and she's just doing it to get closer to Ver and Solomon's Cane, and then can finally be like, now I've got it, I can destroy it, and, well, attempt to destroy it, and then re-side with the team? With Division 2? Well, we haven't seen what Genjiro's reaction and Division 2's reaction to this development is, so we don't know if it's part of their original plan or not. I doubt it. I doubt they've planned something like this. This is just too shocking. They wouldn't plan something this weird. Well, they may have done. God, that's throwing me off. Like, I was ready to start talking about some other stuff with cliffhangers, but no, I'm just thinking about this now. Everything else has left my mind entirely. But yeah, so back to other things other than Chris suddenly being a traitor. I have to believe that she's either been blackmailed or convinced of something, or she's doing it as like a deception to the enemy just so she can get to Solomon's Cave. That's where my thinking's going. I can't believe Chris is just suddenly a traitor now, and has been this entire time. No, surely not. There's not even been any vague hints. Well, there might have been, and maybe I just didn't pay attention to any of them because I could not possibly expect it. She was trying to have a moment with Tsubasa as well just recently. I think it was last episode as well, when they were having spaghetti, right? Chris being the messy eater. Like, I feel like they're actually starting to try and get along with each other more. Yes, they have disagreements about dealing with Hibiki and such, but... They just been through a whole, like, training arc as well? Yeah, that's really thrown me. Anyway, back to the idea of using the Zesshou Jing's laser thing to unseal it. If it can destroy relics, in theory, that saves Miku, but in theory it also saves Hibiki, right? Or at least will stop the current spread. Whether it's completely wiped her of all the relics that are embedded in her, I don't know. Maybe it set them back a bit, so that she still has a bit more time to use them whilst they figure out other ways of dealing with it. But if she's completely lost it, does that mean... Well, I guess it depends. I'm very interested to see where we go with that, but I assume that's next episode. We're going to have to deal with the aftermath of that. We're going to have to deal with what the hell the Frontier just has been summoned as. I don't know what it is. It looks like a religious thing, which kind of tracks, I guess, for the relics and stuff. It seems very much rooted in mythology and religion and such, so I guess that would make sense. It looks like it's another, like, focal point almost. I don't know if it's meant to be. It has a vague resemblance to Zesshou Jing's, like, when it's in its, like, full bladed form as it goes around. Very vague resemblance, though. Yeah. But we're going to deal with that. What's going to happen? Oh, Shirabe. We have Shirabe now, right? Yes, because it was Kirika and Tsubasa were there as Chris shot Tsubasa. Shirabe is now, I assume, back with Division 2, since Ogawa just... Who is he? Who is this man? Like, Jesus Christ, he's had such a good... Like, what a season he's had. Like, can we just acknowledge that? Like... When was it? Episode 4, I think it was, when he, like, really went off on one? Or was it episode 5? I can't remember, but there was one episode where he just, like, went off on one. It was, like, having this just crazy episode for him. And then he just goes and does that. It's like, he's, like, doing this phase shit. He's running across water as if it's nothing. Like, what the fuck is he? How is he able to do that? That's what I'm curious about. Because it's not just him, it's also Gendro that seems to have some extra ability beyond just normal human beings. I wonder where that's coming from. Maybe it's just a benefit of some of the Symphogear stuff that they've been experiencing and training with this entire time. I don't think they have Symphogears of their own. They might have some, like, weird Symphogear adjacent technology or something. I wonder if we'll even get that fully explained. I feel like questions have to be asked now, because, like, dude just ran across fucking water like it was nothing. Like, come on. As well as, like, he seemed to summon water? What was that? Like, when did Ogawa intervene? Where was that? Here it is. So yeah, the ship comes up, the submarine. Yeah, he seems to just summon up in a spiral of water. He was doing this as well. It seems like it's some sort of technique thing. It very much feels like and just technique things. I can't do any of them. I'm not that much of a nerd. But it very much seems like he's got some form of technique or something that allows him to do these sorts of things. But I have no idea. I don't know if we'll ever explain that, but that's very curious as well, I think. Yeah, what a fucking hell. The fact, oh god. Do you know what sucks? All of you knew this was coming today as well. Like, that's... All of you knew this was coming. Oh my god. And you're probably all just like, oh yes, that's the reaction that we came to see. Oh boy. This show, man. This is season 2. This is season 2. We've got 3 more seasons after this. Christ. This was episode 10. We still got the final 3 episodes to go. And those are the hypest moments of Symphogear so far. Ugh. Although, I'll take solace. I think some of you said that, yes, the cliffhangers get bad. 11 is probably the least bad of all of them. So, I'm sure 11 is still going to be a bad cliffhanger, but maybe next episode will be a little more chill with a cliffhanger. Then episode 12's cliffhanger is going to be just fucking mental. And then the season finale. Oh, good God. You have no idea how badly I want to binge these last 3 episodes. You have no idea how badly I just want to binge the entire series. Like, if I had the time, like, if I was not a seasonal anime reactor, and I was, say, just a normal anime reactor, I just picked certain shows that I watched, and I did, like, 1 show a day that I've dedicated the day to. If I did something like that, I would just binge the entire series. Like, once this was done, I'd binge all of season 3. Record it, edit it all together, and just schedule it so it goes up in a reasonable manner. And then do season 4, and then do season 5. And have season 5 recorded before season 3 even came out. Like, that's how invested I am now in this. But I don't have that time. I can't even do more than 1 episode a day at the moment, unless I dedicate the entirety of Saturday to it, which I could do, but I already have 2 movies to do, and we're just gonna suffer with the cliffhangers, because I think knowing that I have to wait a week before I can watch just makes the cliffhangers even more impactful. Like, if I'm just binging, I feel like cliffhangers lose a little bit of it, because it's like, well, I'm just going to go watch it in like 2 seconds anyway, it's not that big a deal, but now I have to wait a week, just like it was at broadcast. Yeah, now you get more of a genuine reaction out of it, I think, so we'll keep up with it, but fuck if I don't want to just binge the entire thing right now. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. Fucks. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, as well as your comments. You guys are always fantastic with the comments on this series. Very insightful, very detailed. Thank you to everyone for your comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, because fucking hell, it's going to be weird. As well as the rest of the Spring 2021 alignment you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.